Bom dia, Elci.
Bom dia.
We're in João Pessoa, and it's a Sunday. And Elci's looking beautiful. And we're gonna go out and have some breakfast at one of the nicest breakfast places around. And this is our AirBNB. So Elci, yesterday I was looking on AirBNB and I didn't realize this, but you can actually find places for 1 month, 3 months, 6 months, even 1 year on AirBNB. They're also furnished and they've got reviews and you can see the photographs ahead of time, etc. So yay, you know, we've got a World Cup happening. It's starting in about 2 weeks and it's going to be going on for a month. And I would love to just stay around in one place and watch the World Cup. There are many places here in João Pessoa that have big TVs already set up because Brazil is part of the World Cup. So it'd be very interesting for me to be around people and watch them celebrate as we all watch live games, especially when Brazil plays. So let's see. It's good to know that we can get something long-term from AirBNB. We'll see. But right now we're headed out to one of the better coffee shops in terms of reviews here in João Pessoa. And we're about to go get our breakfast there, plan our day out, and then spend the day out getting to know this place. You know, like I'm seeing all kinds of high-rises already here and being built. I have no doubt that in just a few more years, this place is going to be like the Florianopolis of Paraiba. Because if you've been to Florianopolis in Santa Catarina, it's very much like this. It said, don't touch. It says don't touch. I have a feeling I'm going to take up this hobby, which is to make bonsais. I've seen videos of, you know, people making these, and it's got to be very soul satisfying. Bom dia. So this place seems to have a very good ambience. You can actually hear the birds chirping up in the trees. It's got a very zen sort of a vibe. The menu seems to be comprehensive, so I'm quite sure that whatever we eat, we actually decided to get the club croissant along with the detox juice and a café carioca, which here for me is a half a cup of coffee and a half a cup of hot water. Because if you don't put the hot water in, the coffee here in Brazil is very strong, for people like me especially. I mean, I've seen all kinds of Uber drivers, but I've never seen one who is selling perfumes from out of his car to the same people that are riding around with him. And most of his clients are women. No surprise, but I'm sure he sells 5 or 10 of these every day, if not more. An idea for you.
Yes, it is an idea for you.
So the driver was just telling us that this city is exploding with population, that just last year they had over 200,000 people move here to live or to invest, mostly Brazilians, but a few foreigners too. But this place is really growing fast, according to him. And he himself came from a failed marriage to start another family here about a year ago, just like his dad did. You know, these kind of places are great, but what I don't like about them is the quality of the bathrooms. It's basically a hole in the ground with a toilet on top of it. That's what I don't like, especially for women. I mean, it must be hard for you guys because you have to sit down. So we're about to drink some coco verde. And along with that, we're going to share a pastel. They have chicken, cheese, and meat, and we're going to go for the meat one. Now, when you come to places like these, it's very important that you ask if they accept credit cards, because many of these places don't have machines. They only accept cash or Pix, which is the Brazilian online payment system. So you've got to verify that before eating something, because you might be doing dishes for a long time if you don't have a way to pay. Valeu. Você tem molho de pimenta também?
Tem.
Ok. So most of these kind of places have hot sauce, which is molho de pimenta, that's made by them in-house.
So this one is ketchup and mayonnaise together, and this is the pepper.
This is what you call a pepper. You know what else? Why don't you take half now? Because once I put pepper, then you're not going to be able to eat it. You know, eating fried stuff is not the healthiest thing for you, but if you don't abuse it all the time, you do it once in a while, it's great. I mean, the only exception to that is ice cream, because when it's hot in these kind of places, you have to have an ice cream every day.
A sementinha vai tapando, né?
É.
Amor?
Tá saindo.
Tá, devagarinho tá saindo. Amor?
That's it.
Tá bom. Agora saiu.
You know, I forgot to press the record button, and the last 2 minutes of the dramatics didn't get recorded.
So let's buy another pastel, and then you can record the pastel.
That's a great idea. Let's actually do it. If you haven't tried pastel in Brazil, it's to die for. You gotta do it.
Essa não é passeio, né? Aqui tem muito. Tá vivendo.
So it's the same in Brazil, right? Because all this happened is good for her, because now we bought one more pastel, right? Okay, here we go again.
So the food here, really good. juice is to die for. Delicious. A lot of ginger in there. So my coffee just arrived. And I just have one question. Where's the other half of my coffee? But I guess that's what happens when you come to these slightly fancy places. They charge more and they give you less. Right? You know, so this place has potential for us to possibly live here for a year or so. There's something cool about this place. You know, it's nicely organized. You've got a lot of development taking place here, and there has to be a reason for that. Everything is clean and laid out well. Great malls. Yesterday I went to a second mall, other than the very first one. And I wasn't too crazy about Recife. I wasn't too crazy about Natal. Maceió was kind of nice too, but it was mostly all about beaches. The lifestyle was a little bit different. This, I think, is a nice in-between in terms of size, and also it's located right between Natal and Recife. So Recife having a lot of culture and museums and one of the biggest carnivals in Brazil, it's close by. We can always go there if we chose to live here. So, ciao Miguel! So Miguel has been to Mickey Mouse Kingdom in Orlando, and he's got sandals that look like Mickey Mouse. And they've lived here for a long time, and they say this city is a very nice city. They've lived here for 20 years, so.
Tá falando, filma tua.
Oi, Miguel. Yeah, so I'm kind of liking this place, João Pessoa, as we're starting to do normal things. But I guess time will tell. You know, we'll see how we feel after a couple of days here. We might end up extending our stay here by some time. Currently, we have to check out tomorrow, but I don't think we have enough time to get a feel for this place if we leave tomorrow. So I think we're going to check out tomorrow, get into another Airbnb, and then see how we feel after spending a week or so over here. What's your name? What's your name?
Better don't try. If you don't know, it's better not.
No, I know. I would not touch her. That's why I'm letting her
You can see
sniff me.
sometimes the dog shakes the tail and this and that, and it's not a good sign.
Right.
He's getting ready to bite you. So
That's
you never
for
know.
sure. Trust me, I know. I've been bitten a few times by these kind of little dogs.
So the driver says, by accident, he chose this funny voice for the GPS. And now many people try to help him and change, but it's not possible. They couldn't.
Em 600 metros, vire à direita. Vire à direita.
That's the funniest GPS voice that I've ever heard.
It is, really.
Entre na rotatória e pegue a segunda saída para a rua Juiz Gil Brandão Libani.
So for those of you who don't know, look at her eyes. She resembles just like my daughter Elise. Just take a look. Agora eu explicar. 2 anos atrás, minha única filha, nome dela é Elise. Idade dela estava 30 anos. Ela faleceu. Olhas, sua como fala?
Seus olhos.
Seus olhos e sua cara é exatamente como minha filha. Momentinho, eu demonstrar, tá bom?
Vai te mostrar a foto.
Okay. Take a look at this. Isn't this incredible?
Verdade. Você
Right?
parece bastante.
It's just like her. Obrigado. Qual é o seu nome?
Alana.
Se você fala Elise, eu choro agora. Muito obrigado, Alana.
Nada.
So sometimes we take an Uber and sometimes we take a taxi. Right now we're in a taxi going back from Centro Histórico back towards where our Airbnb is. And the taxi driver voluntarily asked us, I'm going to take a shortcut and take you through the Favela. And I asked, wow, you have a favela here in João Pessoa? And he said, sí, tem. And Elci asked, is this dangerous? And he started laughing, but no é perigo, no é perigoso. Sem problema. Don't worry.
Me lembrei agora. Gadã. Lá, né?
Gadã, okay. So our taxi driver is telling us that this favela that we're driving through is just recently 7 people were killed in one day.
No, every day 7 people was killed. Every day.
No
Few
way.
time ago was this rate.
Mas
Man,
melhorou.
that's
melhorou.
one. Yeah, it's gotten better. Agora melhorou? Okay. Agora somente 3 cada dia. So he was saying 7 people were being killed a day, but now it's gotten better.
É um trabalho bom da polícia dentro.
Ah, sim.
Vai povoando.
So you see, it doesn't matter where you are in the world, including this beautiful city, one of the most talked about cities in Brazil. You've got bad neighborhoods here too. You just got to be on your toes, and you got to be willing to talk to people,
Olha,
and they give you good information.
eu tenho 40 anos de táxi.
Nunca problemas para você?
Nunca assaltado.
Ah, graças a Deus.
Olho biônico. olha
Sim,
aí.
sim, é necessário. Você dirige à noite também ou só durante o dia?
Já trabalhei muito à noite, hoje não.
Hoje não necessário.
Idade.
Ah, sim, mas sua cabeça é mais inteligente
Yes.
agora. Mine too. You see, this is why Elci keeps telling me to get rid of my white hair, and I've said this is what tells people that I'm sensible. Finally, after all these years of experience. See.
Tudo invadido.
Oh, serious.
Tudo invadido.
So
Aqui, ó.
nobody bought anything. This is all taken over.
Yes.
You know, just taking possession without buying nothing. All of this is taken over.
Bota a pessoa pra correr e toma o lugar.
Não, eles invadiram. Isso aqui não tinha nada.
Ah, sim.
Pertencia à maré.
Entendi. Aí eles construíram.
So
aí.
there used to be nothing here.
Foram construindo.
They just
construindo, ó.
invaded and started building, and now nobody can kick them out.
Não.
Well, they maybe can make a deal with commercial guys, but look at this.
Agora ali atrás tem um condomínio de rico.
Sim.